And the Sixers sweep of the season series last year. In fact, they have won 3 straight against the Pelicans, who are barely recognizable from last year. A lot of changes as we are running tonight from Wells Fargo Center. Embiid in front of Favors, who is 7th in the NBA, averaging just over 12 rebounds per game. That is Simmons taking it to the cup for 2. Modest scoring numbers last night for Ben. NBC Sports Betcast happening right now over on NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus. As Richardson gets 2. I watched it on replay because it obviously airs when we're talking on TV at the same time. It is utterly fascinating at all the things that bettors can bet on during a game.
Bad as that roster was, I wouldn't have kept even 6.
Right.
You had to keep some of them, right?
Josh Richardson also claiming on the play that he was fouled.
4 to 5 year window. That's when they're expecting things to come to fruition for them as an organization.
Joel Embiid, first 4 years in the league with the 76ers. They made him a mid-first round pick back in 2009 as Mike Scott turning garbage into gold off the Richardson miss.
Get the pass for the 3, so he's in a great rebounding position. The ball comes weak side right to him.
Ingram, who will get his, he's 12th in the NBA in scoring, averaging just under 25.
Ben Simmons, so it really has been a great experience.
In fact, when he was joking around there, we thank you, Serena. That's a nice move by the one-time Sixer Jahlil Okafor. Norvel Pelle playing in his 3rd NBA game. And the Sixers now have hit 7 of their last 9. Ingram, good three-point shooter as well at 40% from beyond the arc. New Orleans coming in with a record of 6-19. Here is Simmons coming up with a turnover, but Ennis could score the bucket. However, Tobias Harris is able to do so, his first 2. And was acquired by New Orleans. There is Okafor, has got some stuff, and Pelle doesn't want to hear any of it. Simmons running the floor, compliments of Ennis, and it was all started by the premier shot blocking of Norvel Pelle.
Second off the floor, first 2.
Oh, that time he knocked it back at Ingram, who was going for the glory. What a play by Pelle. Blocks on consecutive possessions. It's Ennis. Buries the 3 and he's fouled. And this place is in an uproar thanks to the defense of that guy, Norvel Pelle.
Give anything up, turn it off.
Okafor slamming for 2. Compliments of Drew Holiday, who, by the way, leads their team in assists. Meade now with his former teammate Okafor on his back, and here they go. All hands on deck for New Orleans, who can count it. And Embiid will step to the stripe looking for his 10th point. And this first quarter coming to a close.
Good start for this home team, especially after last night.
Well, the Sixers are last in the NBA in pick-and-rolls per game. Pelicans come up with the desired result, getting a turnover.
Come to the ball if you're JoJo's 4 teammates.
Similar uniform style that was worn by the Sixers back then for a very brief period of time, as Ball leads it off for Favors, who finishes through the contact. And Derek Favors, now 10 years in the NBA. Norvel Pelle had a couple of blocks earlier to get the crowd into it. Both of those blocks leading to offense. Tobias Harris's 2nd bucket.
Somebody was open. Make life easier for you and your teammates.
Hart throwing it up, and there is Jackson Hayes, and that's what he can do. The 8th pick in last summer's draft by Atlanta. 19 years old. He's been in the regular rotation for most of the season. As Simmons hits the plunging Ennis for Ben's 5th assist.
Going back to your man in between as the ball's in flight. When you're small, you have very little chance of getting those passes out. When you're big, you might get a deflection.
Bias has himself game high 14. There's Hayes leaking, and he slams for 2. Jackson Hayes averaging 9, playing about 21 minutes per game. Hart working it with Hayes. There's the option in Holiday, who deposits 2 more. 6 in the game. He's trying to answer with a 3, cannot. Still time here for New Orleans. The Sixers shooting pretty early there, giving the Pelicans another chance, and they take advantage. Close to a shot clock violation. Nonetheless, good defense by the Pelicans, not known for that. Ingram, a pretty move. The hesitation move on Embiid to break a 10-game losing streak. And Simmons picking up where he left off in the first half. Harris buries the 3. thanks to the Joel Embiid handoff. Pell hammering it back after the Matisse Thybulle miss. Simmons romping down the floor, rims out. Harris open, got it. 21 for Tobias Harris. He leaves it, and quite the swipe by Ennis on the bigger Jahlil Okafor. Simmons, beautifully done for Pell, who finished the job. Delivered gorgeously by Ben Simmons.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes Norvell, top of the box, and catching that.
Okafor off the roll, gets the slam. That ends a nice little spurt by the Sixers. Reasserting themselves here, suddenly leading by 10. Lonzo Ball, his second hoop. And how much is it incumbent upon his teammates? And I'll ask you the question in a moment. Nicely done by Simmons. A, the steal. B, the pass on a rope to Ennis, who slams for two. And back to Joel. Simmons taking on all comers and adding his way. An aggressive Ben Simmons in this one. Give him 19. Ennis planted for three. Got it! Nicely executed that time. New Orleans, by the way, has missed 16 of their last 22 from the floor. Richardson coasting in. Josh with 8.
When Norvell played, is that, hey man, it feels like everybody wants to dunk on you. And it sure feels that way, doesn't it? But Norvell does a great job.
Indeed. As a matter of fact, Ingram, mindful of Pell. Harris working his magic. Tobias Harris getting buckets.
Get into the heart of the defense, and then once he just gathers, altercation, the confrontation is over. Advantage Tobias.
Ingram connecting.
Ball in right now. I think it's just something to see.
Good defense by Ingram on Harris, but Tobias Harris flashing all-star form. 20.
Helping close it out, becoming that guy.
Boy, unfinished business for Redick, but Jahlil Okafor had his back. He's got 9 off the bench.
Into buckets down the other end, so they're really each one of them a 4-point play.
Harris in rhythm for 2. 29 points for Tobias Harris. Get a hoop here, and then just manage the game from this point forward.
Gotta know that someone's looking at you when the pass is being made.
And the desired effect, Joel Embiid, 2 of his 19, and the Sixer lead now at 9. Ingram, and he's right on his average at 25 a game, and I think now both ends. Simmons in charge of Holiday. Holiday giving it up. There's Hayes, and he got 2 thanks to Drew Holiday. The Sixer lead at 7. Ingram, the shot no good, but a foul. Either team with a foul to give. Richardson on Redick. Ingram is fouled attempting a 3 by Simmons, so now you're stopping the clock. A murmur through the crowd here, at least those who remain. Many have left. Pestering Ingram, who glides in and gets 2. Redick, he gave up the opportunity at a 3. There's Holiday, and he was fouled. Now, is he attempting a 3? And they surround him, and finally a whistle. Boy, it took a while. I thought Hayes actually committed the initial foul as he got up close and personal with Embiid to this one. 76ers will remain unbeaten at home, my friends. 14-0 here at Wells Fargo Center. At last look, Miami was losing to the Lakers at home, and therefore